Y'all asleep? Are y'all asleep? Wake up. Hello? Wake up. Are you sleeping? Are you sleeping? Are you sleeping? Hello? Wake up. Wake up. Are you sleeping? Wake up. Niece. Nephew. Wake up. Are you sleeping? Hey girl, hey. Come on, are they sleeping? Hey girl, hey. I'm back home. Hey girl, hey. Hey boy, hey. Good day thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. I'm Craig the Writer Stewart, and this is the Facebook Live version of So Much to Say. These are my thoughts in my voice on black shit, white shit, gay shit, and everything in between. Listen, I just got in the house. Hey Francis, hey niece. What's up, Kawan? What's up, Deacon Santana, Kawatas, Pamela Lynn, Clifton? What's up, hey boy, hey? Felicia, listen, the trip was amazing. Hey Sandra, I miss you all too. What's up, Christopher? English? Gigi, hey niece. What's up, Hita? Listen, I had an amazing time in Panama. I got back today. Hey Avriel, hey Sadiqua. Listen, I missed you, Sadiqua. So I came on here early. I came on here tonight because tomorrow's the Queen's Supreme Court, so I won't be able to go live tomorrow. Of course, I'll put some Patreon stuff up tomorrow, but I'm not able to go live tomorrow because I have the show tomorrow. Hey Legra, listen, those of you that are watching me right now, we're doing a live, Queen's Supreme Court in the Dominican Republic, July 12th through the 16th. It's all inclusive. All food, all drink, and ground transportation. Once you land in the DR, we're going to Punta Cana. I've been before. It's great. I am sleepy, niece, so this is going to be a real quick sermon and benediction. But I just wanted to come on and say hello. Listen, so if you want to go to the Dominican Republic, the details are on thequeensupremecourt.com. Go to that website. There's a link there that will take you to where you book your room and all of that stuff. Yes, I'll be there. Madison will be there. Lynn Spirit, you may know Lynn Spirit from Instagram, and Funky Daniva. We haven't announced it yet, but Funky Daniva is going to be there as well. Kawan, it's all food and all drinks. The first package is $8.99. You cannot beat that. It's from the 12th of July through the 16th. And that includes all of your activities. We're going to do a day trip. All of that stuff is going to be included, okay? All right, so listen. I just wanted to announce that because I saw Allegra in here. But listen, hey Florence. Hey Florence. Hey niece. Yeah, Allegra is going to drop the link in here. Thanks. But listen, I had an amazing time. The Wi-Fi in Panama is atrocious. So I was only able to do Patreon. I know some of you guys think that I'd be trying to seduce you with the Patreon. But the Wi-Fi is just horrible over there. So I was able to upload video. I was able to do video and upload it. So I documented each of my days in Panama. Listen, I had an amazing time. I landed in Panama City. And then it was like an hour and a half drive from Panama City to Coronado, which is where my friend lives. Now, if you read my first book, my friend, I can't remember her name in the book. I can't remember what name I gave her in the book. But at any rate, she now lives in Panama. She's the friend that paid for my play the last time that I did it. She was married to a football player. He died of heat exhaustion. She ended up suing the shit out of NFL and Riddell Riddell is the equipment company that makes the pads and the helmets and stuff. This was a real life story. So she came into millions of dollars, niece. And this was years ago. Okay, she sued the doctors too. But anyway, she lives in Panama now. So I hit her and was like, hey, I'm gonna come. So I was supposed to go out there New Year's Eve, but it just didn't work out. So I went this past week. Camille, yes, thank you, Ashley. Come on, yes, Gigi. Yes, her name was Camille in the first book. Thank you. But her real name in real life is Kelsey. So I went and hung out with my friend Kelsey. And so I landed in Panama City, which looks like fucking Miami, Vegas, something. You know, they got the Hilton there. They got the Intercontinental Hotel. They got Le Meridian Hotel. They got Hooters. All that shit is right there, right? And so she sent a driver. Yes, niece. She sent me a driver. If you follow my Instagram, if you on Patreon, then you saw the driver come pick me up, okay? She had my name on the little placard. She had my name on the placard, niece. It said Craig Stewart. So anyway, she drove me to my friend Kelsey's house. She has a beautiful condo. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo. It's on the beach. The sands are black. Listen, I put all of that on the Patreon. I put a little bit on my Instagram story as well. So it was really nice. I had a really, really good time. It was very relaxing. And that was it. And you know, I went and got a pedicure. I went and got a pedicure. But I also, okay, Legra just put the information down here, the link down here for the Dominican Republic if you're interested. That link will take you right there. Listen, when I tell you, she didn't let me pay for anything. Like, she didn't let me pay for anything. Like, I literally got there. She paid for the driver. I was like, hey, let me pay for the driver. How much was the driver? Let me send you the money. I was going to cash out for the money for the driver. She said, you know how I do. Don't worry about that. And so, then every time we went out to eat and every time we went out to drink, and listen, when we go out to eat and drink, we go out to eat and drink. It's given, we ordering a little bit of this, we ordering a little bit of that. Because, you know, I say to you guys all the time, when you go out to dinner, when you go out to eat, it is an experience. Going out to eat is an experience. And so, you know, we like to sample a little bit of everything. You know what I'm saying? We'll order like a couple different appetizers. And so that was what we did down there too. We were ordering. She said, you want another cocktail? Bring him another cocktail. Like, I couldn't even order my own cocktails because she would just say, bring him another one too. You know, but like, we just eat. We have a good time. We talk. We caught up. I knew she lived in Panama, but I didn't know when she moved. I didn't know the details and stuff surrounding it. So she moved to Panama back in June, so she hasn't been there a year yet. And she just wanted to go and take it easy. That was it. She went down there just to take it easy. She's invested in a little cafe. We ate at her cafe. And that was it. So I went to the beach one day. Laid out there. I went to the pool one day with her daughter. And then we all went to eat several times. We ate out every day. Like, we didn't eat at the house at all. We didn't cook at the house. Yeah, she's a little show pony, the niece. I don't know how long she plans on staying. She said she has no plans on coming back here. That's what she did say. Her condo is on the beach. And, you know, the sliding doors open up in the living room and you're looking out at the beach, like, niece. But, you know, to be honest with you, like, my mom asked me today when I came back, she said, do you think you could live there? I'm like, no. Because I would be bored. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I would be bored living there. You know, after a while. Like, they just put a movie theater over there. Thank you, Carolyn Woods. Like, they literally just put a movie theater over there last year. But I went to the drugstore and I got me some drugs. Not like that kind of drugs, but drugs. You know, the things that you normally need a prescription for over here? I got some of those things to put in my cabinet. Now, you don't need to know what I got, but just know that I got some stuff. Okay, I got some amoxicillin, drowsy and non-drowsy. I also got some, what else did I get? Like some penicillin. Like, you know, the things that you might need. You know what I'm saying? And like the pills were like 50 cents a piece, 75 cents a piece. I said, girl, give me 20 of these, give me 20 of this one, give me 10 of this one. You know, I really did enjoy myself. I really, really did. It was 88 degrees every day, 86 degrees, something like that. It was nice. Like, I can't even say anything else about it. Like, it was nice. But I was definitely ready to come home. Because, we did a mud bath. If you follow the Patreon, then you already know this. I'm just kind of recapping for the people. But I took you to this mud bath. We went up to the mountains. And there was a waterfall. We walked through this trail. And we saw this, experienced this waterfall. Excuse me. But then we did a mud bath. Like, you pay $3 to get into this place. It's outside. It's not like a spa. You pay $3 to get in, and then if you want, you can pay. The $3 comes with mud, right? And you take it and you put it on your face. You spread it on your face, and you leave it on there and you let it dry. And it has all of the benefits on the wall, like in Spanish, of course. And it tells you like all of the minerals and all of the nutrients that your skin will get, right? So you leave it on your face for a while, and then we paid $4 to get an extra thing of mud. And then we took it and put it on our entire body. No, I didn't get any oxycodone, okay? Didn't get that. And we put it on our whole body, and we let it dry. And then we got into the little hot spring. They had a hot spring. You get in that, and then you rinse it off. Like, you just it was so. I put that on my Instagram story. I gave you the whole story on Patreon, though. Like, you got to see us going through it. You got to see us applying it and talking about it and all that stuff. So Patreon is more detailed, but you get a small little glimpse on Instagram. Well, Instagram is gone now, but it was on the Instagram story. And that only stays up there for 24 hours. But anyway, so we did that, and we had lunch up in the mountains at this place. That was so nice. It was like a little bed and breakfast up in the mountains. It was really, really nice. Like, you couldn't tell me shit, except that I couldn't speak Spanish. That was the only thing. But it was very nice. It was very, I met some of her friends that she's met. I met a lot of people who moved there from the States. A woman actually from Baltimore. She said, oh, so you got out too? She said it as if Baltimore was like Beirut. I was like, yeah, I got out. I said, but I don't live here. But she lives there. And a lot of the people were saying, I didn't get to post anything on Facebook because, like I was saying at the beginning of this video, Wi-Fi is horrible over there. Like, it was even with me uploading the Patreon, it took a while for me to upload that stuff because the service is just really slow. But I was able to record it, and then, with the Patreon, I record video, and then I upload it so that you guys can see it. But the upload was the slow part. So that's why another, good example of Patreon being a benefit. So that was really cool. And that was it. And I flew my black ass back. I got back here today. And it's King Weekend here in Atlanta. Somebody say it's King Weekend in Atlanta. And for those of you who may not know, whenever there's a 4-day weekend or an extended weekend, an extra day, in the weekend or whatever, because of the holiday, in Atlanta, it becomes an unofficial Pride. Now, Black Pride in Atlanta is really September, Labor Day weekend. But whenever there's an extra day, like King Weekend, 4th of July, the gays flood this city, okay? They come by planes, trains, automobiles, and parachutes. They just fall in on the city. When I tell you, I hit Mike earlier, and he said, hey, what you doing today? I said nothing. I was at my friend Angela's house just having a little cocktail and a little dinner. And he said, well, won't you come on out this evening? Won't you? So I met up with him. LTR's in town. So I met up with LTR, and we went over there to meet Mike. I heard about that, Avriel. A young woman was raped in a club last night. Hey, girl. Hey, Rashara. So he's in town. Oh, you can hear Lettuce in the background, Bryn, Lovejoy. So we went over there, had a couple cocktails, and then he and I went for dinner. He and I went and had dinner, and we talked about everything, and we went back to his hotel, and then I came home. So yeah, so that was it. And so I'm home now. I'm about to go in here and shower. What's up, Casey Collins? And brush my teeth. Yeah. Yeah, I'm about to go in here and shower and wash my essentials and stuff, my unmentionables. You know, resituate my situation. I'm going to go resituate my situation. And, yeah. Go and situate my situation. And so, you know, now he's out enjoying the weekend. Hello, Dee Dee. And so we're supposed to get together tomorrow. And the next day. No, my situation was situated. My situation is always, listen, my situation is always situated. My situation is always situated. Read between the lines, niece. I got to the hotel and then, you know. I was trying to get my hair cut before I went to Panama, but you know, I didn't have time. So I did shave my beard down. But, you know, I came from Miami. Remember we had the show down there? So I came home. The same day that I came home, I unpacked and repacked for Panama. And the next day I was in Panama. So I didn't have time to get my hair cut. And he was like, Craig, I have never seen you with this much hair on your head. But he was smiling and grinning and carrying on. So he must like me with a little party cap on. He must like me with a little party cap. He must like me with a little party cap on, niece. And so he kept smiling and shit. And so you know how it is when you go out. You know, I don't really go out like that. Hey, Denisha Butler. Hey, Crystal Harrison. So, like, you know, we went out. And, you know, I don't really go out a lot. Like I said, the gays are here. So, you know, they are here. They are here in record numbers. They are here in record numbers, okay? So, you know, we walked in, and it was giving, oh, hey, Craig, oh, yeah, here. It was all the hugging and carrying on, you know. So, you know, I was in my element. Hey, what's going on? How you doing? You know, folk be wanting to hug you and say hi and shit and go out of their way. Some guy was trying to holler at me. LTR was standing right there. He kept looking at the guy like, back up. Back up, niece. Hey, girl. Hey, what's up, Christy? Look at Gigi. Y'all so nasty coming to Plan B. That's what you people say when you fucking raw. You don't need no Plan B if you're using condoms. We know all of the ones that be in here getting it in raw. So anyway... Yeah, this guy, he's been on me for a while, right? Can we just be honest? I'm just being honest. What's up, Jason Smith? Can we just be honest? I'm just being honest. I haven't talked to y'all in a few days. I'm feeling, you know, like being candid tonight. So there was this guy. Hey, Terrence Hilliard. So there was this guy. He spotted me. Because LTR and I, we met there, right? And so I got there first. And so I was texting him like, hey, where are you? He was like, I'm about to pull up now, right? So while he was about to pull up, this dude, hey, Rita, girl, I didn't know you were in here, girl. She ain't got no cigarette lit up tonight. I was wondering why it was such clean, clear air in here tonight. So I got to the place first, right? And so there's this guy that I see periodically, and every time I see him, he shoots his shot, right? And another young dude, I can't get nobody my age interested. So anyway, this young guy, and he towers over me, like he's taller than me, this particular guy. And he was just like, hey, hey, how you doing? He said, you look so familiar to me. I said, oh, I look familiar to you? I said, we've met here. He said, oh, that's right, we did meet here before. Cut it out, niece. You tried to talk to me the last time you saw me and the time before that. So anyway, but he just ain't my cup of tea, huh? Can somebody say it with me? He ain't my cup of tea. Nice guy, nice looking guy, but he ain't my mojo, right? So, he was just like, I ain't gonna tell you the compliments he gave me because that's gonna sound cocky. So anyway, he proceeds to give me these compliments, and I'm like, oh well, thank you, I appreciate it. Da da da. And you know, it's so funny because when you thinking that you are at your worst, because like I just told you, I haven't had a haircut in 2 weeks, but this man was just going on and on and on, and I said, well, bitch, I must be all right, even with this rug on the top of my head. Okay, so you know, because I don't believe you don't point out your flaws, right? You don't point out your flaws, niece. So I was just like, well, thank you very much. And so I hear him and his friend, you know, going back and forth about me. So anyway, I'm like, where are you? I'm texting LTR, like, where are you? So he messaged, said, I'm pulling up now, I'm about to get out the car. So he sees me and he gets out the car. And so later on, we're inside the place, and the same guy is sitting next to me, and LTR is standing beside me. I'm sitting down, LTR is standing beside me, and look at Coco. Your hair don't look that bad. Oh, she said your hair don't look bad. She said your hair don't look bad like that, niece. So it looks bad, but not like that. Is that what you're saying, Coco? Thank you, Gigi. So I'm sitting here. LTR is standing beside me. Hi, Rivers, Octavia Rivers. LTR is standing beside me, and then this dude is sitting beside LTR. And so he's behind LTR's back. He didn't know that we were there together. And so he was just like, he leans over, and he's just like, hey, I just think that you're just so da-da-da-da. So if I inbox you my phone number, would you use it? So maybe we can go out and have dinner and drinks and da-da-da. Like, he's shooting his shot, baby. He's shooting his shot, niece. And what I will say is, I think it's commendable when a person can approach you like that. The only thing that I would have said differently, it's like, if I'm sitting here and you're sitting here, why would you ask me if you can inbox me? Why not just say, can I have your number? Fuck that, I ain't inboxing you on no social media. You here, I'm here. What's your motherfucking phone number? That's what I would say. Can I get your number? So anyway, I said, I appreciate that. I said, but I'm actually here with him. Now, mind you, LTR didn't hear any of this because the music is going. He's standing up. Me and the guy are sitting down. And he's standing up. And he was talking to somebody. And so I said, I'm actually here with him. And he said, oh. The guy says, oh. Mind you, I see him break out his phone anyway, goes to social media, types in my name on Instagram, Craig the Writer Stewart. He goes to Instagram, types my name, and like he about to send me a message anyway. Oh, you serious? oh, you really don't care. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. But Terrence, LTR did catch it, niece. Hey, Tanika. Yeah, he did turn around because he turned around and looked. And he said, now, Craig, Craig, if I was your boyfriend, I would have shut that down. But you know, that's what people say when they ain't really trying to look pressed. Tss, like an iron, pressed. But anyway. But LTR became a lot more touchy-feely after that. Okay, niece? He became a lot more touchy-feely, and he started sharing his drink. And so then we ended up leaving, and we went to grab something to eat from this place. And then we had a real heart-to-heart. Like, he and I had a heart-to-heart. And I just told him how I've been feeling. You know, like, he's like, okay, long story short. I just told him how I feel. Not like how I feel about him. I just basically told him how I feel about the touch and go of this whole situation of what we're, you know, because we're very consistent. I'm talking about LTR. We're very consistent. Like, we FaceTime, and even when I don't talk to him, even when I don't talk to you all about him, we still stay in touch. I just don't speak on it as often because I really would like to keep that private. But those of you that have been following me for a while, you know that he popped in this live one day, and that's how you all, Alicia with her nose is, this is how you all found out who he was. Right, you can't be having these check-ins, running it, and then you running scared, right? So that's basically what I told him, because like I've said to you guys, well, I don't know if I said it on here, but I've said it on my Patreon. I talk more about it on my Patreon for sure. But I said, I've never questioned whether or not he likes me. I've never questioned that. And he's always told me. But he's always made it seem like he only wants us to be friends. But then he functions differently. And so that's what we were talking about tonight at the restaurant. And his eyes watered up because I told him, I said, you know, I just feel like sometimes it doesn't matter to you whether or not we're going to build towards something or not. I said, because you function like you really just want us to be friends. I said, you'll say that you just want us to be friends, but you function completely different than that. And I said, and I don't understand that. Like, when I was home for Christmas, yes, we're talking about LTR Byron. Come on in and sit down next to Rita. She's not smoking tonight. So I told him that when I was home for Christmas, we were supposed to see each other when I was home. Yes, exactly. I did point him out because he was like, hey, y'all, da-da-da. So I was supposed to see him for Christmas, but I didn't see him. And I said to him tonight, I said, I feel like you make it your business to put this distance between us because that's his way of managing his feelings. That's his way of controlling his feelings. So he tries to put space in between how often we see each other, right? We all have defense mechanisms. I thought that was a little hair. We all have defense mechanisms, and I've locked in on his. I know what his defense mechanisms are. And so, tipping through the tulips, niece. He's still tipping through the tulips. And so, when I was saying this stuff to him, his eyes watered. His eyes teared up. And he said, Craig, I just want you to know, without a doubt, that you mean a lot to me. Like, we're sitting here saying this, like he's looking me right in my eyes, just like I'm looking at you. He said to me, he said, you mean a lot to me. He said, I want you to know I care a lot about you. He said, and no matter what happens, we are friends. He said, you are my friend, da-da-da-da. You know, and so we had that conversation because it's really important for him and me to have a friendship first, to build upon that. Because I personally believe that when you can build a relationship from a friendship, you're less likely to treat or mishandle a person because you respect them as a friend and as a person first. So I just believe that you're less likely to be reckless or to be mischievous or to be deceptive, you know, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, so we had that conversation and you know, we just talked about different instances. And I told him, I said, you realize that since we started talking back in August, every single month you figure out a way to put this space between us. I said, like the very first time I don't even know if I ever told y'all this. The very first time that I was supposed to go to D.C., he got scared. And he vanished. And we talked about that tonight. I said, like, you disappeared. And I said, I couldn't even get, I said, I thought something had happened to you. And it's amazing how people recall things differently. We recall things from our vantage point, from our own perspective. And I said, no, that's not what happened. I said, I didn't know if something had happened to you or not. I said, because I had called you, I had texted you, I had FaceTimed you. I said, hell, I had even emailed you. And I said, because I thought maybe something had happened, because this is when we first met, and I thought maybe something had happened with his phone, and he couldn't get in touch with me, or, you know what I mean, he didn't know my number, whatever. I didn't know what had happened. But I also am of the belief that whenever you want to get, I just told somebody this last week, you know who you are. I just told someone this last week, when a man wants you and he's interested in you, nothing can keep him from you. He's going to figure out how to get in touch with you. And so he basically was just afraid. I mean, he was like, I never expected to like you this quickly. It kind of scared me, and it made me realize that I have trust issues from some past shit that I hadn't gotten over yet. And so I understood that. You know what I'm saying? So what I want to communicate to you all is just because you're interested in the person and they're not giving you exactly what you want right now, doesn't mean, don't let your ego get in the way of it. Don't let your ego get in the way of it. Because just because they're not ready right now doesn't mean that they won't ever become ready. And that doesn't mean you sit and you wait. You keep on living your life, niggas. You keep moving. Because, you know, the kid he was still going on dates and still, you know what I'm saying? Like, you still live your life. But where is it written that just because things don't work out in the context of a relationship that you can't still be cordial or friendly? You know what I'm saying? I think that sometimes we throw tantrums in that way. Like, if it doesn't pan out the way that we want it to, all of a sudden, oh, I don't want to be bothered with him. You don't want to answer the phone no more. Not to say you got to go out of your way, but you can still be decent. Well, he probably was dating, because I definitely was. And that's the thing. When you're not in a relationship, you can date. You can date. Date who you want to date. Until you're in a relationship, you can date whoever the hell you want. You do what you want to do. And see, I think that's the other thing. We don't really know how to date. We think that because we go out with somebody or we like somebody, that all of a sudden that they're supposed to shut everybody off. No, I was going out on dates. I had overnight company too. But you know, and then until you get to a point where you're like, okay, this is what we're doing, then you start cutting folk back. I don't wanna, but you know. So we'll see what happens. You know, we had a really nice heart to heart. No, Vosh, no, I could not. And he didn't want to see me with anybody else either. But that's what I'm saying. He kept sending me these mixed signals because it was like he was afraid, but he wanted. You know what I'm saying? And I'd be like, but you said yourself that it would bother you if I was with somebody else, if I ended up being with somebody else. I said, so some of that stuff that you were communicating to me was uncomfortable and and it was confusing. So, because like I said, when I was home for Christmas, we were supposed to get together for Christmas. And I broached the subject. And see, here's the thing. Some of you won't broach the conversation that you need to broach because you feel like your situationship or your relationship is so fragile that if you say something, it's going to destroy it. Well, listen, you need to say what you need to say. Communication is our partner. Clarity is our friend. You need to say what you need to say, because if it's going to break it up, then oh well, it wasn't meant to be. You need to say what you need to say. And so I'm never going to be afraid to say what I need to say to him or to anybody else, because if I feel like I got to walk around on eggshells, you're welcome, Jay. You know what I'm saying? You got to say what you have to say, because if the fact that you bring up a certain conversation is going to destroy the communication or the situation, then there was nothing there in the first place. And so, when I was home for Christmas, we were supposed to get together. And because I said to him, I said, this really does not feel just like a friendship. Because, like, he gets upset when I don't answer the phone. Like, he gives me all of that. Like, he gets upset. Hey, Tiffany Mac Davis. he gets upset with me when I don't answer the phone. Not like mad, not like that, but he'll just like, Craig, I just called you. Like, what happened? Where were you? You know what I'm saying? But then I could call him and not get him on the phone. You understand what I'm saying? It would be stuff like that. And people just have different love languages. People just have different love languages. Bottom line. And what I've been learning from this, because I believe there's a teachable moment in every interaction. What it taught me was patience and not to try to have what I want right now. You know what I'm saying? Part of me enjoyed that he wanted us to just build a foundation and friendship. Like, part of me enjoyed that. You know, I enjoyed that he took the lead on that. You know what I'm saying? But like when I went home for Christmas, again, I just felt like, because I brought up the conversation about us and what are we doing and what is happening with this, it was an opportunity for him to retreat again. You know what I mean? He just didn't want to have the conversation about that. Because it forced him to put his feelings on the line. And that was what he said tonight at dinner. He said, Craig, Craig, you know my every move. You know where I am. You know when I'm at work. I call you all day long at work, which he does. He calls me. And like I said, just because I don't mention it on here doesn't mean it wasn't happening. He calls me all day from work on FaceTime. On FaceTime, niece. And then, like, he calls me when he gets off work. I mean, like, we talk throughout the day, right? He's not big on texting, which I really enjoy. I really enjoy that. Like, he gonna pick up that phone and FaceTime me. He don't even call that much. He FaceTimes, which I like. But he said to me tonight, he said, Craig, you know my every move. You know everything about me. You know what's going on with me. You know where I work. You know what I'm doing. He said, so why did you even need me? He said, when we were having this conversation for Christmas, why did you really need me to say, okay, yeah, things have changed and we are building towards it? He said, why did you need me to say that? He said, because once I said, you know, I didn't want to talk about it. He said, you just kept pushing. You just kept pushing. Like, I said, because I needed clarity. I said, I needed clarity. He said, but Craig, you already knew. He said, you know how I feel about you. He said, you just wanted me to say it. And I said, no, it's not that I just wanted you to say it. And so that's when he went into, he said, Craig, listen, he said, you know I love you. Baby, he said he loved me, girl. Okay. I was like, I love you too. Right, I don't want to misinterpret shit, okay? He said, but Craig, he said, you didn't have to bring it up. He said, why not just go with it? Why not just, but see, so many people just want to go with it. No, I don't want to just go with it. I need communication because I don't want us to get way down the road and then you be like, well, no, that's not what I meant. No, we need to talk about this. So, he's like, you know I'm not seeing anybody. You already know that. He said, do I talk to people? Yeah. He said, but you know it ain't like that with nobody. He said, I'm not doing anything. I'm not even having sex right now. I'm like, okay, well, I am. Didn't say that, but. So anyway. So we had a good conversation. He said, I just wanted to spend time with you. I wanted us, because like when we were at the little restaurant, or when we were at the little happy hour thing, he was like, I really wanted to spend time with you. He said, I made it my business. As soon as I got here, checked into my hotel, I called you. Oh, I know what you're asking. Well, why didn't he just stay with you? Why is he staying in a hotel? Well, listen. You don't force anybody to stay with you. Amen. He knew the door was open for him to stay here. But okay. So, good night, Sadiqa. So, he said, well, Craig, I'm not staying in a hotel my entire stay. So he kind of alluded to staying here maybe like the last night or something. I don't know what he's going to do. Anyway, But I ain't gonna push. You know what I'm saying? If you want to stay with me, then you know. So, he was like, I wanted to spend time with you. He said, see, I wanted us to come here. He said, I like spending time with you. He said, I really enjoy spending time with you. He said, I'm glad I got to see you. Like, and he looks me right in his eyes. Eye contact is important. Now, I don't know about y'all. If you talking to him about fucking, he looking all around the room, or she looking all around the room, and he talking to you, you need to say, I need you to look at me when you talking to me. Period. So anyway, say it was cool. Yes, Alicia. So I enjoyed it. So, you know, I'm about to go ahead and wash up, shower, brush my teeth and tongue, and floss. And get my ass in the bed. I had a wonderful pedicure over there in Panama. Do you hear me? That woman had some little thing. It was like sandpaper on a machine, and it was like turning on it. Girl, that pedicure got me right together. When I tell you my toenails were so long. Valerie, you didn't think that, girl. You read my first. Valerie, didn't you read the first 2 books, girl? You didn't think I was. You didn't think I was pure. I am pure, but I ain't pure like that. But yeah, so we're supposed. He's already making plans for tomorrow, so we're supposed to get together tomorrow. Yes, Tanika. So we're supposed to get together tomorrow, and I got to do the show tomorrow though. So I do have to do the show tomorrow. So we'll get together at some point tomorrow, and then Mike wants to have us over for seafood. He wants to cook seafood, so we'll probably do that Tuesday. Cause Mike met him today for the first time. All right, listen, good night. It's late. I know I got on here late. You guys have an amazing night. If you want to see the Panama trip, it's over there on my Patreon. Tanika, I came here and ate some more of the food, even after I left the restaurant with him. And I put the rest in the refrigerator. Thank you so very much for that. But yeah, the whole trip is on Patreon. I pinned the Patreon link up here and down here, so just click on the Patreon link. But it's patreon.com/Craig the Writer Stewart. Books are for sale, obviously. One book is $22, $36, $354. Nikki stopped by today. I signed books, and they're going to be shipped out tomorrow. So if you order books, you'll have them Tuesday. All right? Good night, Birdetta. That's a new name. Good night. Look, Patrice just came in. Everybody run. Run. Patrice Tudor just came in. Everybody run. She's trying to come in here. All right, have a great night. I'll see you guys later. Brush your teeth, floss your teeth, brush your tongue. Get down on your knees and say your prayers, okay? Good night, Terrence Hilliard. It's okay? Say your prayers. Be grateful. Be grateful. Be grateful, niece. Stop and take perspective. Be grateful. Pay attention to your life. Bye.